Yo, what is up guys? This is Pedro here, and in today's video we got some big news. Washington has released its full depth chart, so today we're going to be talking about all the starters, and boy do we have some surprises. So if you guys are new, subscribe for Washington and NFL content. So let's get right into the video. So like I said, they did release its initial depth chart for 2020 on Tuesday today. So basically what that means, it shows what every player is on the depth chart. So first, second, and third stringers for each position, pretty much. Some positions obviously just have one player, like special teams, but let's get started. So offense, nothing, or quarterbacks, nothing really surprising. Haskins number 1, Kyle Allen number 2, instead of Alex Smith at 2, and Alex Smith obviously at 3, but he will still be able to play if they do need him to play. We'll come back to that real quick, but I want to get into the more surprising things. So J.D. McKissic is listed as the number 1 running back, followed by Antonio Gibson, Peyton Barber, and Bryce Love. So that is very surprising, considering McKissic is more of a pass-catching back, but however, the order of running backs does not seem to be much of importance in Turner's offense. They like to use 2 rushers on the field at the same time. So I think Gibson's probably going to get more touches than J.D. McKissic, but J.D. McKissic might be on the field more. I think Gibson's going to get a little bit more rushes than McKissic, but they're probably going to get around the same amount of catches. But that is pretty interesting, but there is a lot more stuff down the line that is even more interesting. But we'll see how McKissic does. I think he's going to have a big role in this offense, same with Antonio Gibson, and we'll see what Peyton Barber and Bryce Love do. I think by the end of the season, or even by the middle of the season, Bryce Love will overtake Peyton Barber and take that running back 3 role. At wide receiver, we got really nothing surprising. Terry McLaurin, Steven Sims, and Dontrell Inman are listed as the starting wide receivers. I think the Antonio Gandy-Golden is a backup. That is expected. He didn't play amazing in camp. He also was hurt, so that is a factor in why he's a backup. And there wasn't rookie minicamp, there was no OTA, so he didn't really get to showcase his talent, and he didn't get to develop as much as he normally would be able to. But Dontrell Inman has been playing pretty well, or good, but maybe by the end of the season, Gandy-Golden is starting, and if not starting, he's going to get a lot more touches than he's getting now. So here is the tight end group, also another surprise. So Logan Thomas is officially the starting tight end. That is pretty obvious there. He's been doing pretty good in training camp, but Jeremy Sprinkle is the number 2 tight end, followed by Marcus Baugh. A lot of the beat reporters were saying Marcus Baugh was playing a lot better than Jeremy Sprinkle. That is interesting to see, but it really doesn't matter. Logan Thomas is our tight end number 2. That is the most, or tight end number 1, sorry. That is the most important thing right there. And then at the offensive line position, nothing very surprising. At left guard, you got Wes Martin, and left tackle, you have Jerron Christian. There was a little bit of question at some time if Wes Martin was going to get that left guard spot, but he's working with the ones for most of the time. And then obviously you have Brandon Sheriff, Chase Roullier, and Morgan Moses all starting. So that is it right there. And then also we now go on to the defense. So the defense, there's some surprises, but Chase Young, Montez Sweat, Deron Payne, and Jonathan Allen are the starting defensive end and defensive lineman, or interior defensive lineman. Chase Young and Montez Sweat obviously on the outside, and Deron Payne and Jonathan Allen in the inside, but Kerrigan will be rotating in for Chase Young and Montez Sweat, and then same with Tim Settle and Matt Ioannidis. They will be rotating in for Deron Payne and Jonathan Allen. It just depends on the situation, on passing plays on like 3rd and long. Maybe it'll be Ioannidis instead of Allen or Payne. We'll see, but I'm excited. I'm just happy that Chase Young is listed as a starter, and Montez Sweat is, because there was some question if Kerrigan was going to be listed as a starter just because he was the vet, but I'm happy with that. Now into the linebackers, another pretty surprising group right here. So the starters are Sean Dion Hamilton, John Bostic, and Kevin Pierre-Louis. Hamilton and Pierre-Louis will play on the outside, while Bostic will play in the middle. Thomas Davis, Cole Holcomb, and Khaleke Hudson are are all listed as backups. I think it was expected for Khaleke Hudson to be a backup, and Thomas Davis maybe, but Cole Holcomb as a backup is pretty surprising for me. I thought he was going to be a starter. They said they liked him, and he played really well last season. It's nice to see Sean Dion Hamilton starting as an outside linebacker. I like that. He's got the speed, athleticism, very good coverage linebacker. I'm happy with that. Bostic, I'm okay with that. He played last year. His coverage wasn't. He's a decent tackler, and we'll see what Kevin Pierre-Louis does. We haven't really seen him play ever for us, and he was a limited time player in Chicago. He played well when he played, but he didn't get to start many games. So with a bigger sample size, we'll see what ends up happening. And the starting secondary remains the same as it was all camp. Kendall Fuller and Ronald Darby at corner, and then Troy Apke and Landon Collins at safety, and Jimmy Moreland. This wasn't listed, but expect Jimmy Moreland to play in the slot when the team is in its nickel defense. So on the base defense, it's going to be when they have two corners, it's going to be Kendall Fuller and Ronald Darby. But when you need someone in the slot, you got Jimmy Moreland, and then Fabian Moreau also on the outside when it is needed. And then special teams for the returners, you got Sims is listed as the number 1 kick returner and punt returner. That is good to know. I like that. Sims very explosive, very good kick returner. Not as good of a punt returner as he is kick returner, but still a decent one. And then Gibson is the second kick returner, and Isaiah Wright is the second punt returner. So hopefully we see them a little bit, see what they can do. But that right there concludes the depth chart. There is a picture on Twitter with the depth chart, but the picture image on everyone who has released it isn't that great. So that's why I kind of wanted to go here, and it was a little bit better there. I like that. So anything else? Yeah, the picture right here, you really can't see, and it's pretty blurry, but that's it right there. Let's go through the biggest takeaways. In my opinion, is J.D. McKissic at running back 1, I guess, is a little bit of a surprise, but we'll really see if that's the case once we get to the field, if he actually is getting most of the carries. If he is, that will be a surprise, but we'll see about that. Offensive line, that's pretty much what we expected. Same with wide receiver and tight end. Maybe the order in the back end for tight end is a little bit surprising, but that's it right there. Defensive line, what we expected. I'm so excited to see what they can do. And the biggest surprise really for me on the whole team was linebackers, with Kevin Pierre-Louis starting and John Bostic, not too much of a surprise starting, but I'd rather have had Cole Holcomb or Thomas Davis, and Khaleke Hudson will be a backup. Don't expect him to play too much on the defense, but he's going to get some special teams, and he might get in the defense a little bit, and as the season goes on, he'll get more comfortable and he'll get more reps. But yeah, that is it right there. Alex Smith is the third stringer. Maybe that'll change as the season goes on, but I think they chose to keep Kyle Allen because he knows the system better than Alex Smith. Obviously, he played in it last year, and he also is fully healthy. Alex Smith is still... He made the roster and he's on the active roster, but he still hasn't fully recovered, in my opinion. So that's just me right there. But you can't really see much right there. But the depth chart, we went over it, and yeah, man, I'm just surprised somewhat about the running back and also about the linebackers. And yeah, kick return and special teams, I really am happy that Steven Sims is getting it. And I mean, Trey Quinn last year, he just really had no explosiveness and pretty much called a fair catch every time. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm really excited to see what we can do against Philly. I think we're going to catch them by surprise a little bit because they haven't seen us run this offense before with this team. And we have a few offensive weapons that have never been in this offense that they also don't have tape on. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy the video. Let me know what the biggest surprise for you is. And yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please smash the like button. Subscribe if you guys are new, and turn on those post notifications so you never miss a video. And peace.